The time is now. In this video, I'm gonna take the brand new 2021 Ford F-150 Raptor and I'll put it to the highway test. I'll show you all the features and I'll show you real world fuel efficiency and of course at the end of this video, real world 0 to 60 performance. So let's get in and go. This Code Orange truck is mine. I'm here in Las Vegas at the first drive event. Let's get going. Alright, before I really get on the highway, I need to make sure I'm comfortable. And of course the new Raptor has a unique steering wheel. It's really big and chunky and has a lot of configurability. First, I need to move my steering wheel. Okay, that feels nice. My seat, by the way, very, very comfortable and also soft leather. You can kind of tell that it's right here, and it also hugs me a little bit. Now, let me reset the trip meter. So let me find that view. By the way, every brand new 2021 Raptor gets this digital gauge cluster. Let me reset this. Booyah! And also it gets a 12-inch infotainment screen, all of them. So yeah, it is a luxury truck. That's also a high-performance truck. Speed bumps, I don't care that you're here, I'm in the Raptor. Alright, there's a speed bump right now. Hey, not too bad already. Okay. So as you can see, I'm leaving Las Vegas and I'm on my way to Pahrump, Nevada. And actually the Raptor does not have an eco mode like a regular F-150 would. So I am in normal mode. And you can see these graphics, of course, are here. And I can be in sport, I can be in tow haul. But for this particular test and this first review, I'll be in normal mode. And I want to give you an impression of what it's like to live with a new Raptor every day. If you want to see an off-road video review, of course, that's also coming on TFL Off-Road channel. But this is TFL Truck. So I want to give you the kind of the day-to-day drive in the Raptor. As you can see right here, I'm using my adaptive cruise control system because the Raptor, of course, is equipped with it. And I'm following a car in front of me. I just set it at 65. Oh, now the truck is bringing me a little bit slower because of this exit off ramp. But yeah, it works quite smoothly and nice, the way you would expect it in any F-150. The road to Pahrump from Las Vegas is very nice and straight over here in the desert, and I'm playing with the adjustable exhaust system sound. So right now, right here, what you're listening to is actually the Baja mode on the exhaust system itself, because I can control it separately. So let's listen for a second. Not bad. And then I actually look down. Check it out. It says off-road use only. But in here in the cabin, it's actually not very loud, but listen to this. Listen to what happens when I turn it to quiet mode. Right now, I can hear no exhaust whatsoever. So yeah, first of all, those valves on the exhaust system do work. And there's several different levels, as you saw. There is quiet, normal, sport, and Baja. And Ford recommends to use Baja mode only off-road because you could really, I guess, scare some other people with the system. Well, I'm getting close to Pahrump, my destination for today. But before I do the 0 to 60 and show you that, this is a Raptor after all. I cannot wait to put it in the dirt just a little bit for this video. So let me pull in, show you some features, and then show you the 0 to 60s and the launches, and figure out how fast this truck really is. That's much better. Just a little tint of desert dust and sand on the truck. So how improved is this truck? Is it that much different from a second generation? Well, let me actually use some of the B-roll, some video we shot of the chassis, and actually walk you around this truck really briefly to tell you and explain and show you how it's different. So let's look at it in profile. In the front, it's still independent suspension, of course, but they did a few changes. First of all, they reinforced the top shock mounts, and this is the Fox 3.1 system now. So those are actually about the same height as they were in the previous second-gen Raptor, but now reinforced. Then the front differential axle housing, where the torsion differential is, which is optional, by the way. Not every Raptor gets a torsion. You have to choose it either as a separate package or as a part of the premium 801A high package. They lowered the axle just a little bit, and then to allow for about 32.5 degrees of travel on the drive axles going out to the wheels. And they improved the wheel travel to about 14 inches actually, which is huge. The ground clearance improved to about 12 inches. They also improved the approach, breakover, and departure angles by between like half a degree to a degree. So kind of small, really kind of thought out improvements on all of those specifications. So that's pretty neat. And then the back is completely different. Ford has completely changed the rear axle on this truck. It is still a solid rear axle, but they went to a coil suspension setup. And with a 5-link system, there's a pan-hard bar that locates it. Of course, the shocks are outboard, as much outboard as possible. There's really beefy, but also kind of lightweight control arms that are locating this axle. And overall, still great travel, but Ford engineers say, because it's now a coil suspension, it's able to locate and get better traction on pavement and off of pavement. What does it mean? Well, technically it should mean that it can better put down the power to the ground, which means better 0 to 60 times. They do not state 0 to 60 times, by the way, technically, officially for the second-gen Raptor or this third-gen Raptor, so it's up to us to find out. So let me run my first 0 to 60 now. Let me show you what the elevation is right here near Pahrump, Nevada. 2,700 feet approximately. The first 0 to 60 is in normal mode, 2-wheel drive, just kind of build up some boost and go. Let's see what happens. Okay, 8.16. That's not a great result, but it's also 107 degrees. 107 degrees. I'll be doing several 0 to 60 accelerations, both in normal, sport, and Baja modes. I'm gonna try to find the best possible way to launch this truck, maybe in 4-wheel drive automatic mode. And if you want to know more about this adjustable exhaust system, now it has 4 modes. It has valves, it has a loop-to-loop. If you want to know all about that, check out the other video we did on TFL truck, and let me know what you think about the exhaust sound. Okay, second 0 to 60, sport mode, 4-wheel auto. And I'm gonna brake torque it quite a lot. Oh yeah. Second in sport mode, 7.72 with automatic mode, 4-wheel drive. Voila! So this engine is about the same as it was in the second-gen truck. 450 horsepower, 510 pound-feet of torque. What Ford did is they changed the torque curve and the horsepower curve slightly, so you get a little bit more torque down low. But it's about the same output, actually exactly the same numbers as before. 10-speed automatic, of course 4-wheel drive, but hopefully that power is actually more efficiently going to the wheels. Is it as quick as the TRX? Well, we don't know. We'll have to find out later when we take one of these Raptors to Colorado and put it up against the TRX. But this is also not the Raptor R, which is supposed to have a V8. We'll have to wait for that. So now I'm gonna do Baja mode and see how that goes. So that's 4-wheel drive high. In Baja mode, it doesn't really like it. 8.8. So this is a premium truck. It does start at about $65,000. This is right here is actually almost a base model. It does have ventilated seats, heated steering wheel. The latest interior, a lot of Raptor unique touches. Right here you can individually adjust your steering feel, your suspension settings, your exhaust settings. Right here you can change between, of course, normal, sport, and Baja modes, and control your 4-wheel drive system, but all of that is integrated into one. So yeah, this is a very, very highly advanced high-tech truck. Also has adaptive cruise like I showed you, and materials are very actually soft, nice leathers, nice stitching. I'm sorry it's a little bit dusty here in the desert, but this is what it's meant to do. Okay, now let me go sport mode 2-wheel drive. Hold for advanced track. That was fun, but slow. Oh no! With the wheels spinning, 7.5. Okay, 107 degrees, baking, with the air conditioning off. That's the best I can do right here in the real world. I think you can subtract probably a second and a half off of that, which means about 6-second truck. So it's very similar to where it was before. Before it was about a 5.7-second truck at sea level under ideal conditions. And here with lots of heat soaked, this Raptor is a little bit slowish on the slower side, but still, the suspension, just dialed in just right for the highway. This new Raptor also gives me a few more gauges, which I like. Air charge temps, about 141. It is hot. Oil pressure, let me accelerate. You can see it climb, you can see my boost all in one screen. My transmission temp is 199, which is pretty much just right, and also the transmission gauge is up there. So yeah, I think as far as information is concerned, it also has many off-road pages. I think it's an improvement. I can see what the truck is doing, I can see all the vital signs. And for this particular video with 0 to 60 and fuel efficiency, of course this is less than ideal condition. And compared to some other trucks like the TRX, of course these accelerations are not as impressive. I also promised you real world fuel efficiency, and when we were coming down, we made the mountain pass, leaving Vegas, going west towards Pahrump. I saw something just over 16 mpg according to the trip meter. Of course I cannot do a pump check here, it wasn't just logistically possible for this particular first drive. But then the computer showed 15.7 average. So that kind of matches what the EPA says. EPA says 15 city, 18 highway, 16 combined for the truck with 35s. If you have 37s on the Raptor, you're losing 2 mpg on the highway to 16 and 1 mpg overall to 15. So for this truck, it's basically, for 35-inch tall tire truck, it's the same rating as before, so you're not losing anything. You're also not gaining any efficiency either. And I saw those numbers basically combined in the real world, which is pretty good in this high temperature. Well, there you have it. I cannot wait for your feedback in the comment section below. Also, as always, check out tfltruck.com for all the latest news, views, and reviews, and also tfl-studios.com. It's a one-stop shop for all of the TFL Studios videos, including TFL Bike, TFL Classics, TFL Car, and the rest. Thank you very much.